Lydia was a good girl. She used to clean the house with me, take care of the baby. I remember was little. And I used to work. One day I left Lydia home with the baby and my father. And she used to go down to my sister. And the neighbor of my sister's house had a young little girl, about 3, 4 years old. She had something in her hand, so she went looking for me in the morning. Everybody was in the bed. She dropped that little thing. She went looking to the window, opened the screen, looking to the window. She fell down and got killed.
Aunt Lydia? No.
Next door to my sister, a neighbor, little girl.
Fell out the window?
And got killed. And nobody heard, and nobody see them. My brother-in-law was come home from work. He was working in the night. And saw the little bundle in the hall, in the driveway. He went to pick him up. The baby was dead. He knocked the door when the mother came down. Oh, since then I never leave Lydia with the Dolores alone. No more. No more children.
What was it like when you came from? What was it like when you first saw America?
Oh, I was surprised to see a bigger house and smaller house. Everybody.
Did you see the Statue of Liberty?
Sure, I came from there.
No, you didn't come to the statue. Oh, yeah, you did. Were you happy to see America?
We came from Providence, Rhode Island, with the train. We get off out of the boat in Providence. Because when we came, I had my mother, an old lady, and we don't want to pass this. When you pass this, they find something is wrong. They put you in quarantine. It's not going to quarantine if somebody advised to us to get out of there, and we get off there. We had to pay the transfer from the Rhode Island to New York. When we arrived in New York, we sat down in the Pennsylvania station and waited for the train to go to Pennsylvania. We had to go to Fort City. My father was leaving Fort City, my brother, everybody. My sister was with me, Anthony, Ralph, the one he died, and my mother, myself. And then we went in Fort City.
What did you do in Fort City?
In Fort City, we lived there because my father was working.
What did your father do?
Worked with the Pittsburgh Pet Glass. I don't know what he was doing there. And working in a factory. And then they changed the supervisor. And he took all the old people out. Soon we came from Italy. My father got hurt. And that time in insurance, nobody paid nothing.
Where'd you live?
In a house.
Who did you live with? You lived with
my father was single, 18 years old.
And what did you do from 18 till?
In Fort City, I can't do nothing because no work for girls there. So after a little while, they chased my father out of the job. My father wanted to go back in Italy. I said, no, I want to see the United States first. They just come in and you want to go back. So I had a cousin here in Jamaica, Long Island. And I wrote a nice letter and I told her what happened to us. She says, come over here. So we took the train, we took something, what we had it, and we came here to Jamaica. In Jamaica, my cousin, for a little while, we stood in her house for a few days till we find a little apartment. That time, you paid $20, $19, $15 a month for 3-4 rooms. It was cheap because it was after the war.
World War
First World War.
First War?
1918. So, I had a nice boy after me. That time we were not going out with the boy like they're doing today for dinner or to the show. No. The boy came to the house and stayed for a little while and then he said good night and go home. And the boy sat down that side, you sat down this side. That's the news, the style that time. Now they're going in bed before they get married. And they're going to get married with a baby. You know that?
Yeah.
That's it.
Tell me about, when you used to say you take a trip to the shore in a carriage. What was that?
With carriage.
When you used to go to the shore for a vacation. You go to the shore, to the beach for a vacation, you used to take a carriage and go for 3 days. And it took you like a day to get there.
No, I never said that. In Italy, you mean?
Oh, in Italy.
In Italy, not in this country. In Italy, we used to go for 2 weeks. We rented it. In Italy, we used to go with a cow, push the wagon. and 5, 6 ladies. We rented that wagon. They put some big board along outside of the wagon, and we used to put the trunk with the stuff in it, like oil, bread, cheese, macaroni, whatever we want to take. Meat and things like that, we buy them over there to the shore. But when we go to the beach, take the whole night, starting at this hour, and arrive here tomorrow about 9 o'clock with the wagon. Once in a while, I used to stop for a few minutes to rest or feed the cow. And we used to go to the beach. When we arrived there, we rented a little place, 3, 4, 5 people together.
A house?
House like this. We had a mattress with a straw inside. And we had a pillow and pillowcase and sheets with us and everything. It was summertime, you don't need much clothes. We had them all folded up in a trunk. And I put my bed in that corner, you put them in this corner, on the floor. Of course, we'll give you the bed. And in that corner, we had a fireplace to cook in. And we brought the wood from home, a bundle of wood.
They didn't have wood at the beach?
What?
They didn't have wood at the beach? Couldn't get wood at the beach?
What do you mean going wood beach?
You couldn't get wood?
What are you going to get when the beach is wood?
Mm.
Can you get the wood in the beach? Or
In California, you can.
In California?
They have trees.
I went in California. I don't see no trees in the beach. Beach
Yeah,
is beach. Come on. Did you went in California?
No, but my friend did. She took pictures.
And she said that, but the beach is down there, the woods is here. And you can't go and get the wood over there. They put you in the jail.
So anyway.
We used to make the fire cooking. Going out in the morning.
You go on the beach and
beach.
ride the
The
waves.
beach is not far away from here. A little bit across the street.
6:15.
You understand what I'm talking? We get the what is it? We go to the beach right in the morning, get back. After 15 or 20 minutes.
What'd you do with your long hair?
We bought a lot. We had a hat.
Do you have a bathing suit? What was the bathing suit like?
No bathing suit. That time nobody had a bathing suit.
What did you wear?
We wear a dark nightgown, long, just for the beach.
Just a nightgown?
Nightgown. And
What about guys?
Listen to me.
Okay.
That's in Italy style that time. But today they got a better suit than you have. That time, from that corner, like to the school, belonged to the girls, the ladies, children.
Oh.
No boys, except the young kids are like your brothers yet. They're big yet. A little young.
You're 13.
And the other side, the men.
Oh my God.
The men had short pants.
Today.
Today they got the same suit like you have. The girls like me, we used to buy the clothes. What I can tell you, dark, with a little design, a little piece of cloth. You couldn't make an apron and dress with that thing. We make a long nightgown. Put them from the head. No buttons, no in the front, no in the back. It's a little open to put your head in. And the sleeves not too long and not too short. And you go there.
Is it tight or like baggy?
Baggy, because gotta get in. When there's water, you can put them too tight the clothes and take it out. You gotta have baggy, like those maternity dress, like big. You get in the beach, even the dress coming up, you push me down.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
You push them out. Nobody see nothing when the clothes is dark.
Yeah, that's true.
And plus, we was all ladies. If you see my coolie, I see yours. But the men gotta be done there. One time, I never forget this. One time, a soldier was come from the army on furlough, and he stopped to that beach. He had no clothes to wear to go in the water. He took his clothes and went under the water, where the men belongs. But under the water, he didn't see where he go. He came out between the ladies. When he came out between the ladies, all of the ladies started to scream. The police is not far away that he got arrested. I remember that. This is what. Go back to 1919, 1920. 1920, we left it to come over here. 1918 and 1919.
Oh my God. It's funny. And you went for 2 weeks? You had a long vacation?
2 weeks.
Everybody went?
Everybody in my family. I went with my mother.
And your sister?
My sister didn't come. But Antoinette came with me. I took Antoinette, was a little girl. She had a whooping cough. You know what's whooping cough? And Nonna should bring me with me in the water. And she came in the water and she remained with asthma. For 20 years she fought with the asthma. Now thank God that she feels good.
Oh, really?
Soon she got married. She feel no. Soon my mother died. My mother says to her, "If I couldn't pray for you, I will pray." Soon my mother died. She never got sick with that sickness. I believe in a miracle. This was a miracle for her.
Well, you can die from asthma.
Well, what are you going to do? It's better to lose.
Did you go to school, Nellie?
Should I? How I can write a little bit, but I don't go much. I don't want to go to school, and nobody pushed me to go.
Did they beat the kids in school?
No.
Did you go to a just what kind of school was it? Like
Public school.
Public school?
No, I don't went to Catholic school. Public
Did
school.
they teach religion in school over there?
I don't remember, tell you the truth. I was too young when I went to school. And then they changed the teacher, and I don't want to go with the new teacher. And my mother says, don't go if you don't want to go. She don't care. She don't know how to write herself. She thought it was no good.
Really?
My father was here.
You knew how to write.
He wrote a letter. He says, send the little kid to the school. And my mother didn't listen.
Could she read a letter?
That time, now?
If she couldn't read, how could
No, she can read nothing.
So if he writes her a letter, she can't
I
read
used to
it.
do that. I started to read, you know. I went to first, I did just the first class. Can you believe?
First grade?
First grade. And I get out of school. And I'm so sorry today.
I need to go pick up the pizza.
Nonna used to go to the market and bring everything what we needed home. He used to buy a form of cheese like this. And with my sister, we used to have half each. If he spent that time $20, we used to, this grated cheese, you know.
Yeah.
Parmigiano, Romano. And my sister used to pay her share, and we pay her share. And we have cheese for 1 year. A form of the 20 pounds, more or less, you know. One time he went to get the cheese in the car, and the cheese was not there. Somebody get in from the back and stole that form of cheese.
Must have been a rat.
What do you mean, rat?
Stole your cheese.
Was coming from work. They went in the back.
Forget about it.
In the back. I understand what you mean. Not talking about it. So he feel bad. My sister can pay her share if she don't get the cheese. So we had to pay the $20 for the cheese. But God was with him. He was a very good man. Next morning, went back to the market. He found an envelope with the $35 inside. You understand? So now I had so much cheese home for 2 years. Too many passed by the stand where I used to sell the vegetables. Says to me, lady, you want to buy some grated cheese? I says, no, thank you. My husband bring me from the market. We don't need it.
No, then you go back and say, you want to buy any cheese?
He says to me, no, I showed to you. He's got up and took nice cheese. We give it to you cheap, I don't remember. But I tell you, he gave me the price of half of what Nonna paid to him out. They have something.
Yeah, I know.
It's I tasted it was so delicious. And for the price you offered to me, I had just $70 change in my pocket. My mother was with me. My mother says, don't bother to buy anything because these people is crook. My mother was a smart woman. I says, how can it be crook if they make me to taste the cheese? It tastes delicious. Taste it, Mama. Well, anyhow, those people convinced me to buy that cheese. So the former was like this piece here, nice big former. I says, I got no more money. I got only $7. I need for change. I give them that $7 and I get that cheese. The people used to come, I have no change. They used to pay me with a little change. Okay. We put them in a bag. We had a little place in case of rain and we're going inside. And I put them inside. While we was passing by, such a smell of bad. Stinks like we had a sewer there. My mother said, what's this stinks around here? What's this? It was hot day, like now in July, June, August. Well, I don't know what happened. I went to that little shack there, and I see that beggar with the cheese all full of that white cheese worm. They come out of the bag.
Cheese worm?
Cheese worms. Oh, I said, what's this? My mother make a little hole, and put him over there in the cover far away till my husband was coming. My mother says to me, don't say nothing to your husband. Why you gotta make him mad? Don't say nothing that we got for. Because if you got the ones, that's $7 in a few minutes you make, and that's it. We had a lot of stuff to sell, Linda. Nobody couldn't check up how much you lost. But I can't wait till he come to tell me. This way I can get something out of my chest. I was dying. That was a lousy message. You fooled me so bad. I feel
You
like
have to tell it, right?
as soon as he came, I said, Humberto, I got something to tell you. He says to me, good or bad? I don't know how you take it, but for me it's bad. When I told him, you know what he did? He started to laugh. He says, you never buy nothing. The time I went to buy 4 coats, I came home with a rotten 4 coat. I'm telling you, he says, don't buy nothing without me. Let me buy for you. Okay.
So he was a salesman in the family?
Oh, he was good. So anyhow, the time came, he made the whole, he buried that junk there, and I was busted mad, Denise, the whole night, the whole day I couldn't sleep. He started to laugh night and day. Well, I have a business woman, couldn't take care of my business when I'm out. No worry about it. And that's it. Then, I decided to buy 4 coats. And I went to Eastern New York. And one cousin of mine, my sister, we went all together. We don't understand about this stuff. We went over there, we saw store they sell 4 coats. New Jewish man, crook and chop. He couldn't even walk. He sold me this coat. For that time, the good coat cost a couple of $100 or more. I paid only $60 or $80, something like that. Nice looking coat, I'm telling you. And it was fit me nice. I bought it and I went home.
The black one, right?
No, the one.
Wow.
This was when I was a young girl. The black one, they offered me today $800. 800, what I said, 1,000. $8,000. Now, what happened?
The fur coat you bought.
I brought this whole coat and I went to try.
The $60 coat ran away when you put it
And I found a hole here, hole there, all 4 holes. I was pulling my head.
Well, didn't you look at it before you?
Yes, Linda, I don't know, I was blind.
Why don't you go out and see it? No, there's a sucker born every minute.
This
And
man-
so why don't you try to
Listen, no,
make another sucker?
started to laugh. He says, no worry about it. No worry about it.
$60 on it.
Can we buy another one the next time? Use this so long you can. No, I want to bring him back. I want to bring him back. My cousin, the son got married like tomorrow, next tomorrow. Tomorrow she came with me back to Eastern New York. My sister and I, we went back with that coat. When we arrived over there, says, hey, gentlemen, you gave me this kind of coat. I'm going to take you to the jail. He called the police and they want to put me in the jail. I was satisfied to buy. You bought it, that's yours. He didn't give me nothing back. No, like today, you bring something back and they give you money. No. He called the police, they want to arrest me. I had to take the coat and go home. So I put him inside out. Where I was busted, I put a couple of stitches like United Guard. And I wore him for a couple of years. After a couple of years, I threw him away. What am I going to do? No, he was such a man. I hope all of my grandchildren comes good. If my children is not good, my grandchildren comes good.
So you're saying how bad your children are?
No, my children is not a bad. It's a little, cranky, but it's not bad. You know which one I call
I wonder
bad?
how they feel about
You shouldn't tell us which one you call bad because this is all being recorded.
I don't care.
So the one that you call bad, this can hear it
I
someday.
didn't call bad. I don't call bad my children. They never give me, children used to go to school and the mother used to have a complaint that got breaking the people's flowers in the yard. I never had this complaint. The kids go to school, my children came always with the A or B plus for everything, A in conduct. And I tell them in the morning, if you bring B in study, maybe you can reach with your brains. Maybe you come with a low mark on your conduct, don't come home, can break your legs. And I never had a trouble.
Must have gotten the point across. Now tell us about when you came over on the boat. What was the boat ride like?
I asked her that question.
That's too much.
Well, we got enough tape.
We came from the boat. We want to come from Italy.
How's the food?
Oh, you talking about the food? You gotta talk about something serious.
Tell us about your birth control lessons.
No, that you can find out.
Why? About
You gotta tell me because you learned too late. I did learn.
when the one from Long Island came and found Lydia in the bedroom.
Bedroom?
What was she doing in the bedroom? When Lydia was a baby and they came thinking all you had was Ormond and then they found Lydia too.
I don't know.
Gemma? Was it
I don't know why you talking about it.
when the people in Brooklyn didn't know that you had Lydia right away? Tell me about that story.
Oh, now I understand. No, Brooklyn. This was in Helen. And the mother. They used to live up in the Bronx, no Brooklyn.
Oh.
Was Uncle Julio. And this Helena, the one is in the home now. And Catherine had, when I had the Uncle Armand, Uncle Cesar came to visit us and he found the baby. He was so happy. Next morning he got up and went up to the Bronx to tell him I got the baby. When he went over there, Catherine had the daughter, Helen. He said that Alberto's wife had a little boy and she had a little girl. And he brought the news up and we had no telephone at that time. We had it, but they didn't have it. And you can call it to tell them. So to come, that time it was far away with the train and boom, bang, no cars. So we see each other once every 2 years. So they was happy I had the baby boy. And I was happy they had the baby girl through Uncle Cesare. Between this time, the time came Lydia to have it. I was get Lydia. So Lydia's born in December. And Francis, the one you see in the picture, Uncle Larry, they came to visit me. And I was happy. I was expecting the baby. And Francis says to me, you look like you're going to have the baby soon. Want me to stay here tonight? I says, no. It's not important. Well, she left. Outside it started to snowing. It was December the 6th. Soon as she left, I had to call the doctor because Lydia was ready to come. Next morning, Nonna called and told him I would have the little baby girl. I would not call to nobody else because upstate, up in the Bronx, they had no telephone. You know, Uncle Julia had this store for so many years, no telephone in a butcher shop. Who wants the food to come and get it? He was such a man, I don't know. Anyhow, all of a sudden, those people, they decided to come to visit us. It was only in the spring. The baby was about 4 or 5 months. And I had him in a baby carriage, sleeping next to the room, where nobody talking and the baby no wake up. Those people came. The little Catherine and the little Armando, they 1 week apart. She's going to be 60 years old, Catherine, next September, only in September. So Armando going to be 60 years old now in the end of this month. So when they come in, the two children started to play together.
How old were they?
But 15 months, the year and a half. And I had the next one. I forgot to tell them I have another baby. I never called them on the phone, and they don't know nothing. And we was talking, and the children was playing. They took all the pot out of the closet and play with the pot. And we left them to play. And we enjoyed the kids. It was so nice. They brought the things, for little gift for Armando. I had nothing to give to Catherine. I don't know. I don't remember what I did. And all of a sudden, the babies wake up. I went to pick him up. When they saw me with that baby, the mother special. Figlia mia! Figlia mia means my daughter. What are you doing? 1 baby week? You need a spoon or stick to count another couple of years, 1 by 1. I said, I feel bad to hear this word, but I had a good answer that way. I says, well, it's Henrietta, we used to call them. I'd rather have a couple of children better and not money in the bank, because the money in the bank is not going to help you much. My children, I hope they will. And that's too, damn it. I got the money in the bank. I can't even go and get it. My mother do everything for me. He gave me the fruit, he gave me the rice, he gave me the beans. And the money's still there.
Your kids don't do anything.
My kids do it.
Yeah.
The money could do much. I'm telling you. It's good to have money, because without money you can do nothing. But if you have good children, it's the best.
You still need kids.
My father
I'll run you all over.
My father was sick. He had me and my sister internet on his side of the bed. The money was in the bank. You understand what I mean?
Mhm.
And I told this, they filled the bed too, you know. No. They took my husband, they brought him in the next room and they tell him, you gotta do this way, the other way, this way, the other way.
They didn't want you to have any more kids?
They don't want me to have any more children.
Just
Why?
one?
No, I had two already. I had a lady and a mom.
That's not enough when they do that.
You understand?
So they're
When
blaming
they
it all on your husband?
What?
They're blaming it all on Nonna?
I don't know who to blame. I don't care who blame me. I wanted to have it. The next couple of years I had Arthur.
Now they're really
And
angry.
I had two girls, two boys and a girl. Then Lydia started to cry.
Why?
Because I never had 6 girls with 2 husbands. One died and left
She
the
wanted another.
4 girls.
She wanted another sister. Right?
I want to have a sister. I want to have a sister. I want to have a
Well,
sister.
she begged the heck out of you.
I never could.
Dolores.
I had never had a Lydia in a house. I always had those people's house. What's next door? Well, we decided to have another baby. We know we're going to have a girl because we used to have a girl and boy, girl and boy.
She had a predictable pattern.
Yeah.
Boy, girl, boy, girl.
I got the little girl. She was a beautiful baby. My mother died. She said, this is the best one in the family. She's-
Dolores?
She's cranky than anybody else.
She missed out on the grand finale.
She's in a bed. Linda, now I find out she's no worse than anybody else. The best one stinks in vinegar. You put them in vinegar, it cannot stink just the same.
Who?
Everybody. Now, I had 2 girls and 2 boys. My mother says to me, that's enough. 2 girls and 2 boys, no more.
So my father was an accident?
You're right. No extent. No. Who is that?
Stop it, sure.
Okay, just finish the story.
And I had 4 children, 2 girls and 2 boys. My mother says that's enough. So, that's enough.
Was she living with you?
Oh yeah, my mother, my father.
There was enough kids for her to take care of.
And no, she had kids, but my sister had 4 in a house. My brother living far away. My mother was living always all her life with me, and I'm with her. The young one I was. She decided, no was such an angel. He says, you come with us. I have no mother, I want to get you. You know, no was crying more than me when my mother died.
Your sister had 4 children?
Sure. Pete, Ralph, Estherine, and Tanya.
Wow, I forgot about him.
Yeah. You got I had a picture in you in these pictures here. Ida was a nice looking girl. And she's in Florida. She would make babysitter to leave. And live Social Security and she leave.
Anyway, your mom said that's enough.
My mother's now. So I forgot for 60 years and I want no more children. And I had the big children.
How old were they? Oh, they were. Dolores was.
Arthur was 6 years.
Dolores was 6. Arthur was.
Tony was. Arthur was 8 years old when Dolores was born.
Yeah.
Then I decided to stop with the 2 and 2. So
What's
when
the number?
I went in Fourth City on vacation, and when I came back, we got the fourth one.
Well, on
50 one.
vacation, you came back with
The 51.
Where
So
was the vacation?
my mother was
Nice
dead.
place.
Where was it?
Well, she died when Dolores was dead.
Nonna, where'd you go for vacation?
She was 7 months old.
Nonna, where'd you go for vacation?
I went in Fourth City, my brother's house.
Oh.
Luis is a family. You know Luis Armando, their second cousin. And that's it. And that's the story, yeah.
That's the story.
I'm not sorry I had the children. Sometimes I feel like to put them all in one bunch in the oven. But
I'm
then
sure
when,
they feel the same
Well,
way.
sometimes they want to put you in another.
that's true too. I can't say
They
no.
put you on broil.
We are all the same, Linda. Who's not this world? I want to tell you one thing, though. My children, they make me mad once in a while, but they're not abandoning me. No one. Arthur, find out I went to the doctor yesterday, was the first one to call. And one after another. Dolores not leaving me to move my foot without she gave me her hand. And then sometimes tell me go to hell. What I can do?
Nonna,
Ask me.
is this your father?
This is my father? You guessed, because nobody gave it to me him for husband. Everybody gave it me for my. When your father come with a fresh coat.
This is Nonna's father.
Right.
Well, nobody told me these things.
Wait a minute.
Read in it back.
No, yeah, well, that's Nonna. This is Nonna?
Yeah, when he went in the army.
Holy cow, yeah, here.
Linda.
You don't have a picture of your mother. Oh, we don't have a picture of your mother.
I ain't got him either. I got the one I have in my room. I hope nobody's gonna throw them away and break it.
I don't think they were.
They're priceless.
Mom, not that. It's so skinny and things.
Who was skinny?
You're on tape.
Lauren didn't erase
I look like a cow in one picture there. Maybe I was that big. What?
nothing.
You were on the rest of the tape just because you went.
You know, I was thin when I got married. I was thin like a broomstick.
Turn the tape back on. We're gonna hear how her husband wanted her
It is
fat.
on.
He used to tell me, eat,
It's not.
drink, eat, drink. He was nice and heavy.
No.
I don't want to be heavy. And then I got the heavy till I had the arthur. After arthur, I got a little heavy. And then I had no more children for 8 years. I should have just eat and sleep. No sleep. I
So you
working.
lost weight?
Eat the pig.
When? Last week.
Between Dolores and Albert, you lost weight.
No, I lost the weight. I lost working like a horse.
So you lost weight.
Did Dad make you lose weight?
Watch, you're going to break those pictures and then you got no
we
more.
fixed one of them, so.
It's nice to have a remembrance, you know.
Oh yeah, these pictures are great.
Well, what I can tell you.
You didn't fix it. I mean, look at this.
Well, you're broken now.
I didn't break it.
Put them in a little bag. Well, what I can tell you, I had a good life. I can't complain. I used to be sick once in a while. For that lousy appendix, I suffered so much. I spent so much money. Nobody couldn't find out what I had it. They cut all my stomach. But they'd find out the trouble. Now there's a heart. I can put a new one. It's too late.
You were new when you were young either.
Well, I tell you one thing.
Sure they could. They could do a heart transplant.
Well, nobody ever lived.
I don't want no more. I don't want it because I can move my legs. Can take care of myself. We're better off. Come. And another thing I want to tell you. I'm going over there and make room for somebody else. But when time comes, the other one come to reach me. I don't come back. My you people come.
Well, what?
Nothing, sweetheart. I like to look at you.
Okay, starting contest.
You looks good. Now get that.
First word. Don't
You know,
forget that.
Asuntina family, they're nice looking people. She's beautiful, used to be. Now she's reached to 60 in another couple of days. Red hair, red light hair, and good hair, curly mostly. 2 brothers I know. They're what? No hair, they're nice. Intelligent too. One educated, one intelligent. What's her name? One living in Venezuela. And Arthur went in Italy. He met me in Venezuela and in Italy. His name is Anthony Galante. You going in Venezuela, you find Anthony Galante. Well, who is he? Your cousin.
Didn't Arthur go visit him? No.
Yeah, he went to visit them. He said that they treat me like $1 million. And now he went in Italy last year and he met him in Italy. He went to see his mother. Yeah. He's got a young, only one daughter. I don't think one is enough.
Now, who is his mother?
Rosetta, la mamma Asuntina's mother. Rosetta got 7, 8 children. Let me see. Josephine, Anna, Naninella, they call them. Beautiful looking. They was
Caesar Galante?
that's the children from the first brother of my husband.
So where is your family? All this family in Italy always is your husband's
I
family.
have no family in my side.
You don't have?
My father had there was 3 brothers without a mother because she died when she was young. My grandfather had no chance even to send me to school because nobody to watch those kids. I had to take him along with him when he used to go to work because, you know, there wasn't a business for themselves too. And
Did they marry?
who?
Your father's two brothers?
Years ago, I heard, no, because I know about it, I heard that the government called boys to register for the army when they're 20 years old in Italy. But if they have an orphan, like without a mother, they don't get the first and the second child or the fourth. They take the little one to serve the government. The other stay home to help the father or the mother to grow with nobody help. You know what I mean? So when my grandmother died, somebody told me, my father was 90 years old. The first one is named Anthony, was 11, and the young one was 7, Giuseppe. Well, the time came, my grandfather had gone to work in a forest. They used to cut the trees, and they used to make something, I couldn't tell you, just to make you understand it, spoon, tables, things like this. So when the time came to the children to grow up, this was the one that's hard to come in. The children got coming up. When they was big, nobody went in the army. The time came for the young one to go in the army. And no one of them went in school. They're all in alphabet without write and read. They was very intelligent people because they don't go to school, don't mean nothing. So my uncle had gone to the army to serve the government for the family. He went when he was 20 years old. He don't know how to write and read, but his intelligence was too much. The government saw him very intelligent, he sent him to school. And he became a marshal. No marshal, the one you get over here in the woods. A marshal of the army in Italy, you gotta have a very good education. He had a good education under the government.
Like an academy?
I don't know. And he had a sign for so many years. That much years to go to school, that much years to serve the government. He was they call him in finanza. In finanza, it's like an agent when you pass from the one country to the other. And they check up all your paper and things. I don't know how they call it. Well, my uncle was one with big rig. So when he been there, my father got married and the other one got married. They had 2 brothers married. Both 2 happened to get the wife name is the same. Maria Antonia, different, less the name. My grandfather's wife, the name was Rosa. My mother's mother was Rosa too. When the child, my sister born, they called me Rosa. For both of the 2 grandmothers. The other one, the other aunt, I don't know what the grandmother was. She called the baby Rosa too. And these 2 children, my sister and that little girl from my Uncle Anthony, they was played together. But I allow see sickness in Italy once in a while. I don't know now, because they changed the things. Every spring he used to clean the children. They used to die like flies. Some kind of sickness, they used to come and kill all the children. My uncle lost that little girl. And since then, they never had her no more. And then they moved out of the town and they wanted to live in another place. I don't know what province. They thought they find a better work to live in. I met them when I was like this. But I don't know even where they died. My father who came into this country.
No, wait a minute. His brother, then the other brother never got married?
The one who was in the army. Listen to this now. The other brother, while he was in the army, was ready, had to make 20 years of service before he get discharged. He went for 20 years old. When he was 40, he was young yet, was ready to come out. He was in Sicily, in Palermo. So they persevered to him, to find out how strong he is. One jackass doctor went over there. He had no hair. They got all bald in my family too. He says, Manno, you able to make another 5 years of service. He got a nerves breakdown and he dropped it.
And they told him he had to serve for another 5 years?
And he should do it because he finished his duty. But when they told him he's good for another 5 years, he want to go home and get married. They had a girlfriend waiting for him. He got,
nervous breakdown?
he fainted. They don't know what they had to do years ago. They put him in a wash tub with cold water. He got a 1, 2, 3, he had a heart attack and he died. He died. My mother didn't have me yet.
So he was only 40 years old when he died?
He died with that frightness he had, a heart attack. Then, after he died, my father was working far away from home in another place. They used to come once a month home. You understand? Because that time you don't get the train or the bus or the car coming home. You had to walk. And who want to make 24 hours walk night and day to come home for a couple hours because you got to work? You can't stay home. When he used to come home, my mother managed to have a baby, and before the baby is born, die. She lost 5 boys. My father never saw those boys. Happened to be present when I born. Oh, this is a long story. Anyhow.
When
Then my mother had me. My mother had me.
Wait, she had Rosa, and then 5 boys that
No,
died.
And Mike.
You.
And Mike. Louise's grandfather was my brother.
Louise's
And Louise's grandfather. Her mother, Antoinette Arco. Father was my brother.
You had a brother?
Yes, 16 years older than me. And then my sister next, another 13 years old. And then 5 boys between me and the
What was the boy's name? What's your brother's name?
Mike.
Is he dead?
Oh, sure, he died 65 years old in a heart attack.
So it was Michael, Rosa,
And me.
then you.
Me with my name and the one after that, the one that died in the army. His name was Joseph. They called me Josephine.
He died before you were born?
Yes.
Now, you said that Nonna didn't fight in the army, but what was that picture with him
He
with the
cooked.
army stuff?
He cooked.
When he was really young, he had all the gun.
Your grandfather, my husband.
I know. What did he do in the army?
I thought
He was cook.
Yeah, well then why didn't he?
Well, he's got to have his duty to
Yeah.
study
Oh,
those
yeah.
things
Yeah,
too.
okay.
If you come somebody while you cook to shoot you, you got to have a gun to shoot him too.
Yeah.
I heard in England they don't have a gun at the police. How they couldn't defend themselves?
In
The
where?
horse.
In England?
Yeah, that's what I
They
heard.
just carry those billy sticks.
And with the billy stick, how you couldn't kill the people?
Oh, they don't
beat
hit
up
pretty
guns.
bad.
I don't know what those people are
You
doing.
could hit somebody who was close to you, but you don't have a chance against anybody far away.
You don't have a chance
They're
with
gonna-
somebody else who has a gun.
I
But
don't know.
now is Nonna's name actually Nonna? I mean,
No.
no.
It's Umberto.
I never knew that.
It's on the
Yeah.
back of all those pictures, dummy.
Well, I thought it was Nonna. I didn't.
No,
No, means
It's like Umberto.
That's
French word for grandfather.
your grandfather's name is his grandfather?
No.
That's
Well,
it.
see,
Max.
Yeah.
No.
To who I told the other day, I said in Italian, no mean, grandfather. And I said, look, who I was talking to the other day.
In French, it's grand-père.
And I said, how you say in English, in Italian, grandmother? I says, nonna. How you say grandfather? Well, the man is nonno, and the woman is nonna. He says, I'm man now, I'm a nonno. I says, no, you're not a nonno. To who I told this? I don't remember. This was lately. I says, no, that meaning grandfather. The man is going to be grandfather.
Because, I mean, you just consider no.
No.
There's only
no.
one Nonna and one Nonna.
I mean, I don't know of any other people who have
Have
Italian-
Yeah, some people have Nonnas.
No,
My
no,
friends
everybody.
have Nonnas.
No, everybody call. Yes, in Italy they call them nonno. No matter where you go, nonno is nonno.
In French, they say grand-mère and grand-père.
Or père.
Grand-père.
I don't know. Grandpère, that means grandfather. Grandpère.
And grand-mère. And mama.
Yeah,
Papa.
big mama we used to say too. Big, the oldest one.
Big mama.
The big mama, the oldest one. That's what Louisa used to call her grandmother from Pennsylvania. Big mama, because she didn't want to be called a grandmother because she thought it was too young to be called a
Big
grandmother.
Mama.
And I think used to call them Big Mama. And the internet, I don't know what happened. No, grandma. They call them Arco. Now Amanda told to Denise and call him, she was calling him grandma,
Yeah.
She said, call him Arco. Everybody call him Arco. I says, you think you got a young because they don't call you grandmother? I'm proud I have my grandchildren.
Big Mama.
What are you going to do?
We call our grandmother grandma and grandpa.
For Matt.
So my father, Linda, this is funny, was working in somebody's land far away in the forest where they cut the trees to make lumber. And my father didn't go to school, but he had a branch. Under him had 25 people, men working for this company. And my father used to take care of these people, how they're doing, how they make sure this and that. So, and they used to sleep in the company. The owner of this property was the godfather who baptized the king from Italy. And he was a little servant first. And then he remained like, because the boss, when he died, had no children, left all the property to this boy. Mm-hmm. And he remained a millionaire with the forest, with this, with that. He made an orchestra in the top of the trees for the band in the woods there. He had a little town. Today in New York, you could buy the water from that place my father used to work in Italy. L'acqua di mangiatorella, they call them. And my brother was young yet, was not married yet. So they sent my uncle to call my father to come home, but I got news my uncle died. But my uncle didn't want to tell my father this, because he can walk home. It takes 24 hours to go to my house, to the place where my father used to work and walking. They had no bus to go that time, and no train in that place, so I had to walk. So my father was not a dumb. He said, you got to tell me the truth if something happened at home. And my father said, that meant my uncle said, no, nothing wrong. I tell you, your brother came and followed just for a few days. He wanted to see you. Linda, can you imagine? He told me my uncle came and followed for a few days. He wanted to see my father. But my father he was dead. Well, little by little, they came home. And my father was just, thinking and thinking. Once in a while, I make a little question to my uncle. My uncle gets mad and say, don't ask me anymore. I'm tired to listen to you. And this and that. And little by little, he was trying to push my father home. When they arrived, far away, from here to Lydia almost. Let's go and say from here to the church to go to Lydia side. Nomyn met my father walking home. Oh, you come home, Mama. I'm sorry. You find it very bad. He said the news. That beautiful brother yours died. My father collapsed in shit. He fainted. And then they can even pick him up to bring him home. Sometimes, it's dead too, And that's the end.
So what, did your father die?
No, he died, but he was not happy. And that time, Linda, they used to keep him mourning. My father told me he never shaved his beard for 6 months.
Wow.
And in the bottom of in the bottom, they used to wear the white short, like, thing, like
Boxer shorts.
Yeah. And in the top, black one. And that black one, he said, he wore them for 6 months steady without the wash, the top one. Not the bottom one.
For his brother?
For the brother. That time, that's the morning they used to be doing.
Not washing it? Black underwear?
No underwear.
Black undershirt?
No undershirt. Shirt, but he had a clean undershirt on the bottom.
Oh.
Not, he used to change, but the top one he never did. And never shaved himself. Washed, but never shaved. The beard they had along like this. Well, that's morning. You gotta go back about 90 years ago. Because I'm 84. Almost. And I think I reached to that day. I don't know, God knows.
Tell us about Uncle Ernest.
He told my husband to not get married with me, because I am not gonna press hearts.
What does that mean?
It means she has a hard head.
No. I'm no good, anyhow. And my husband says to him, I went after this girl for so long and she never could say yes to me. Once she said yes, now I'm going to stay with her. Then I fall sick. I got sick. And he said, you're going to marry that sick girl. You're going to have a lot of trouble.
What did you have?
I don't know. I started with a cold and then I got sick, fever and cough. And the doctor used to come mostly every day. That time you paid $2 for this to the house. but they don't know what I'm doing. But that man did a pretty good job on me. Well, anyhow, I was feeling a little bit better. And he said, "You gonna get married with that rotten girl?" Nonna said, "Before she tell me yes, she wants me, I'm working hard to get it. Now I got it. You wanted me to leave it? I leave me when I put him in a coffin." He used to come with any kind of fruit for me and everything. Juice and all. But, you know what I mean? He never liked me.
Who?
Uncle Ernest.
Who's Uncle Ernest?
It's one, no, not the oldest brother from his side. You know, he was.
Oh, God.
Yeah. They're all dead almost.
The one who's related to Louise?
What?
Is that the one who's related to Louise?
Who's
No,
her-
Louise's
It's
father,
my brother.
grandfather is her brother.
Which brother?
My brother, the only one that had
Uncle
it.
Ernest is no.
Michael.
That's all I had, only one brother. When I met my brother, to understand that he was my brother, I was big. Do you know how old I am in the internet? 4 years, 3.5 years. Internet Hark, I'm going to be 80 years old next month, in November. I'm going to send.
You're so up on ages. I don't know anybody's ages.
Well,
Someone's was 60, someone's was 80, someone's was 40.
well, I want to tell you something. In my time, the time was bad. There was a lot of wars. But about your time coming, I hope it change good, because I think it looks bad. People from the future are going to starve. They died with drink. They got no water good to drink, and they got a bad things. First, the way we used to have. Well, we hope we got to help everybody.
Now, who do you think Bruce Springsteen is? You know who Bruce Springsteen is?
No,
You never heard of Bruce Springsteen?
I don't think so. Who it is? Bruce
Springsteen.
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 Springsteen. Bruce. No, I don't know what.
Never heard of him?
Explain to me.
He's a rock star. You know what a rock star
Yeah,
is?
rock star. I ball in the dance. Or rock star in the sky. Come on your head. I don't know
No,
what.
rock and roll. He's a rock
That's what I
and roll
said.
singer.
Dancing. That's right.
He has a concert right now that people stayed up all night long to buy tickets.
Right. Like the one that died a couple of years ago.
Elvis.
Yeah.
Elvis. Do you remember Elvis Presley?
Yes.
Did you see Elvis Presley when he was on the Ed Sullivan Show?
Yes.
What did you think of him?
I think he was a nice boy. What I can tell you.
Okay.
Look at this rock star is so famous that he makes the front page of the Star Ledger.
Beautiful.
He's from New
The
Jersey.
boss. They call him the boss.
What did you eat, Linda? Give me some. Don't be so stingy. Did you get ice cream? Give me ice
No, we
cream.
don't have ice cream. These are chocolate chips.
You people eat so fast and stuff in this
The
house.
children.
The children.
Oh no, I don't want
Hey,
this.
I'm one of the children.
What? No. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. I thought it was dry raisins.
You want raisins? I
You have that I like, but this I don't want it. Chocolate.
Think of all the foods you like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything you don't like?
I give it to you.
What do you don't like?
I don't like fruit.
You don't like fruit?
You drink. Yes, I like. I ate the two rotten apples, oranges today. What are those?
Bananas.
Bananas. No, bananas too. But I ate the peaches. This is good. This is fruit. No chocolate. I don't want chocolate.
Chocolate's great.
Thank you much. This is I like. You like chocolate? No.
I was sweet too.
This is good. We want to put him in a bed because he was a young kid. This way we could put the gift down the tree. The tree was done.
No.
Beautiful. Art and League fixed him up. He said, I don't want to go to bed. I'm going to wait here till Santa Claus is coming. He went under the tree. He stood there a long time. Nobody bothered him. You want to stay, let him stay. In the end, he started to fall asleep. And he didn't want to stay no more. He got up, boom, all of the chair on the floor. What are you going to do? He's hard to hit. But I want to tell you one thing. He used to help me around to cut the grass like you kids do and everything. He used to do nice. But He says to me one day, when he was in high school, he came one day with all his hands scratched. I said, so what's the matter with his hands? Well, I was pissed. I bumped to the car. You can believe that. He had a fight with another boy because he was not a fight kid. Somebody bothered him, he had to give him. He's right. One morning, Friday morning, I have a telephone call. The principal called me. Mrs. Galante, it was Friday morning. Mrs. Galante, get scared if your son come home. We're going to send him home. For what? They said. Well, I had a little argument with another boy. Fight with another boy. I said, wait a minute. Don't send him home. I will come there. I wasn't driving that time. I got in the car. School wasn't that far away, like your school. Yeah. And I went over there. I went over there to find two men in one room. One was the principal, one was the second one of who it is. One of them was tired. I says, excuse me. I don't know what happened, but this is happening more than 1 week. He came home with his hand scratched. And he told me, one boy around here bothered him too much. They call him Mussolini. We got nothing to do with Mussolini. Mussolini was in Italy, we in the United States. I says, my kid didn't look his marks in his study books. He always had an A, B plus, A, this and that. Never low mark. Very good. When you have very good, that means you're good too. Plus, I said, I'm a sick woman. I was sick then that time too. I had this appendix was bothering me. I said, my kid, when he's home, he's not going to fool around and play with the other kids. He's take care of the house. He helped me clean, cut the grass, and this and that. I explained what he used to do. That's true. He's a hard-working man. He turned around. The man says, no worry about it. Keep him till Monday home. It was Friday. We're going to give you his homework to take care of home. And he did. Pretty good, too. He been away 6 months from the class. Because we went in Italy. And when he came, he passed with the best mark from anybody else. The teacher gave him the homework to work, and then away going. And he make it.
He actually did the work when he was on the trip?
Oh, yeah. He used to stop and work, and then doing his work, he himself would sit down in the corner and do it. Once in a while, when he come back, everything was done. And he memorized things and everything. So he was a good boy. So next morning, was Saturday, he went to work to the store. When Monday morning came, he went to school. I want to bring him over the car. He was so smart. He says, he was in high school. Bigger than you. He said, no, Mom, I don't want nobody to take me to school. I'm not get afraid from him. If I get him, I'll punch his nose. So he went to school. No trouble. No trouble. He passed. I went back myself, and I went to the principal. I said, what did you do with the other boy? Well, what his mother said about it. Well, the mother says, send him home. I'll take care. I don't know what the mother did. I don't know who he was either. I said, look, I can't take care of my son. My son's take care good himself. He said, no worry. Next time, I asked your father. I said, did you see that boy anymore? Ma, they just him out of this school. They sent him out of school. They sent him to where the bad boy is going. And my son had no more trouble with nobody. He's not a bad boy. Sometimes he holler for nothing. You know what you people should do when he's holler? Not you get mad, because I know the Galante family. The Galante family, they have a big mouth, a good heart. You make it believe that you go there or there. You do. And let me talk. When he get tired, they stop. I never had trouble.
I thought Dad, there's something at the bottom where you say Mussolini or something.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Who? Who?
When the boy was calling him Mussolini, right next to him, he said, Mussolini. What did Dad do?
I think he got up and just bunched his nose and the blood had come out. That's when they had.
I heard that. I thought that he picked up his books and chucked it.
I don't know what he did. I know they had a fight. He bunched his money. The blood came out. And the teacher can do much. Call the principal and send him there. Principal send him home. And he called me up and I get scared. My son come home. 10 o'clock in the morning, come home from school. He just left. I said, wait a minute.
We don't want him back.
I said, wait a minute, I'll come there. They did. They waited for me. When I went over there, good morning, I'm Mrs. Galante. Yes, Mrs. Galante. What happened with my son? I know my son is not wrong. Because that boy bought too much, my son, more than 1 week ago. He came home and told me that boy called my son Mussolini. We got nothing to do with Mussolini. We're not Italian anymore. We're American here. It's right or wrong?
Yeah, but people don't forget. So.
What not forget? To call Mussolini? What the hell was Mussolini? I never met him. I never saw him. I just heard him.
It's just an association with Italians.
What was one like Mussolini was?
Mussolini was like Hitler, only Italian.
Yeah, never Hitler. Yeah, Hitler and Mussolini was two good friends. They both they got killed. You know what they did to Mussolini? I don't know what happened to Hitler. Mussolini was killed in front of everybody in a plate. They shoot him and they hang him on a tree in Italy. Had 3-4 nice children and nice wife. The poor people, what they can do? But I don't think Mussolini did anything wrong. He made Italy beautiful. But Hitler was the better one. He pushed Mussolini to do this, to do that, because Hitler wanted to rule like Russia today, want to rule all the countries. And now they rule nothing because Germany is in a piece, like in a pancake. Piece, you eat them, a piece, I eat them. One piece belonged to the Russia, one piece belonged to the United States, and one piece belonged to France. Everybody got a little piece over there. You understand? When a man their own business is got there. You want too much? My father was an old man. He used to say to me, you gotta put in your mouth how much you can chew. If you put too much to chew both sides, when you're gonna swallow, you go choke yourself. Let's go. Goodbye. I talk too much.